Hello, aspirants, and welcome to IELTS Masterclass brought to you by Coaching Square. I'm Rinav Patel, your host, and today we are diving deep into a critical aspect of the IELTS listening section, the importance of mastering strategies for different question types. Joining me today is our esteemed co host, Himani Vyas, who has guided countless students towards success in the IELTS exam. Welcome, Himani.
Thank you, Rinav. It's always a pleasure to be here and discuss how a structured approach to the IELTS exam can make all the difference. The listening section is often underestimated by aspirants, yet it requires just as much strategy as any other section.
Absolutely. Many students assume that listening skills alone are enough to excel in the section. But as we know, it goes beyond simply understanding the audio. Each question type in the listening section demands a specific strategy. So let's get into why learning these strategies is crucial for achieving a high band score.
Right, Rinav. In the IELTS listening section, candidates are presented with a variety of question types: multiple choice, matching, sentence completion, and even map or plan labeling. Each type is unique, and without knowing the specific technique to tackle each, candidates may miss key points, lose time, or misinterpret the answer.
Exactly, Imani. To emphasize, the IELTS listening section assesses not just listening comprehension but also how quickly and accurately the information is processed. While it may seem straightforward to answer by listening alone, in reality, the audio is only played once and there's no replay. This is where strategies become invaluable.
Very true. And it's often noticed that candidates who lack strategy may get overwhelmed, especially when the information is complex or delivered at a fast pace. With a solid grasp of techniques, however, even the most challenging question types can be approached confidently. So, let's break down some of the essential strategies for a few question types. Shall we start with multiple choice questions?
Great idea. In multiple choice questions, one must remember that the options often contain distractors, information that sounds correct but is actually misleading. So it's essential to preview the choices before the audio begins. This way, one can anticipate what information to listen for and eliminate the options strategically as they go.
Absolutely, Rinav. By understanding the choices ahead of time, candidates can remain focused on key details rather than being sidetracked. Another effective strategy is using the elimination technique. For instance, if an option contradicts the information heard, it can be immediately discarded. It helps narrow down the choices quickly and accurately.
Yes, indeed. Now, moving on to sentence completion questions where precision is paramount. For this, it's crucial to predict what type of information is needed in each blank space. It could be a number, a name, an adjective, or a specific noun. Pre-reading the sentences allows candidates to anticipate context, so they are not caught off guard when the answer comes.
That's spot on, Rinav. Another important point is spelling. Sentence completion questions often have exact words from the audio that need to be transcribed accurately. Here, spelling and grammar must be correct. Even a small error can result in a loss of marks.
Yes, that's a point we cannot emphasize enough. And speaking of spelling, it's worth noting that for IELTS, British English spellings conventions are usually expected. So candidates should be well prepared in this area as well.
Definitely. Now, let's discuss matching questions. These can be especially tricky because the information might be presented in a non-linear way. Here, the technique of skimming through all the options quickly is very beneficial. The goal is to stay aware of possible keywords in both the questions and options match them accurately when they come up in the audio.
Exactly, Imani. In matching questions, active listening is critical. Candidates should be prepared for synonyms or paraphrased information rather than expecting an exact match of words. This helps in avoiding confusion when the answer appears slightly different from what was anticipated.
Yes, paraphrasing is commonly used in IELTS. Candidates who are aware of this tactic are better able to identify the correct answers. Now, Rinav, let's touch on map or plan labeling questions which many candidates find intimidating.
Of course, for map or plan labeling, understanding the layout or pre-identifying landmarks on the map is crucial. Before the audio starts, candidates should examine the directions like north, south, left or right, so they are prepared to follow the speaker's instructions accurately.
Absolutely. Pre-familiarizing oneself with directions on the map allows for quicker comprehension. Often, candidates can predict where each point might be located based on keywords like next to, opposite, or adjacent to, which are common in map descriptions.
Exactly. And this reinforces our point that strategies not only help answer the questions accurately, but also reduce the stress of figuring things out during the audio. The more a candidate knows about what to expect, the more confidently they can respond.
That's the beauty of these strategies. They empower candidates with a sense of control, which is so vital in a timed test environment. By learning and practicing these techniques, candidates can effectively turn the IELTS listening section from a potential challenge into an opportunity to score higher.
Very well said, Himani. So, to sum it up, understanding and practicing strategies for each question type is not just beneficial, it's necessary. With only one chance to listen to each recording, using techniques tailored to each question type enables candidates to optimize their performance and capture every mark possible.
Absolutely, Rinav. Listening strategies are, without a doubt, essential. By preparing thoroughly and applying these methods, candidates position themselves for a much stronger performance. And for those aiming for a high band score, the effort is well worth it.
Thank you, Imani, for sharing such valuable insights, and thank you, listeners, for tuning into IELTS Masterclass brought to you by Coaching Square. Remember, practice and strategy are your best allies in the IELTS journey. I'm Rinav Patel signing off from IELTS Masterclass brought to you by Coaching Square. Until next time, keep listening, learning, and mastering those IELTS techniques. Goodbye and have a wonderful day ahead.